Hello, everyone. My name is Whitney Longnecker, and I am the Director of Study Abroad at Texas Tech University. Thank you very much for your interest in study abroad. We are happy to have you here today to learn more about this unique opportunity that you can incorporate into your time as a Red Raider. Today, what we are going to cover is a number of topics which are essentially the basics of study abroad. So we hope to answer the questions that you may have right now about this opportunity and what you need to do to prepare for this experience. Before we dive into those topics, I would first like to introduce you to the team. So the folks who work at Texas Tech and are here to support you in your study abroad journey. So like I said, my name is Whitney Longnecker, and I am the Director of the Study Abroad Office at Texas Tech. My colleagues include Adriana Ward, which she works with our faculty-led study abroad programs. We'll talk about what that means here in a little bit. Bethany Kwitzky is our lead study abroad counselor. She also works with our incoming exchange students and is also our credit coordinator. So she helps students to obtain the academic credit that they participate in as part of their study abroad experience. The three individuals that you see across the bottom, which include Lana Sheldon, Emma Smith, and Jacob Howell, these are our study abroad counselors. So these individuals will be happy to meet with you and help you to select the right study abroad program and support you throughout your study abroad adventure. I do want to share just a little bit of information about study abroad here at Texas Tech, so you have a picture of what this looks like during your time as a Red Raider. So we are very pleased to say that we send about 1,400 students abroad every year. This is a large group of students, and we're very proud of the fact that we are offering such life-changing and academically rich experiences to so many students every year. We do this by offering about 300 approved programs, so there really is something for everybody. We also are able to support study abroad students with over $350,000 of scholarships. So if you are interested in study abroad, but you're also thinking, how am I going to pay for this kind of experience? Just know that there are many scholarships out there to support you. Also, one of the unique things about Texas Tech University is that we have two international campuses, and I'll mention those a little bit later on in this session. So what I'd like to discuss next are some of your program options. This will give you an idea of some of the opportunities that you have available to you as a Red Raider. The opportunities that we offer fall into 4 different categories, and these include learn abroad, research abroad, internships abroad, as well as service. Learn abroad is what you might think about as a traditional study abroad experience. So I'm guessing if you're picturing study abroad in your mind, you're probably thinking about taking classes at a foreign college or university in a different country. And that is the first category that we will start with to explain a little bit more. So in our Learn Abroad category, there are a couple of different ways that you can learn abroad and take classes overseas. The first of which is with Texas Tech faculty. So each year we have about 100 Texas Tech professors who choose to lead study abroad programs internationally. These programs are very popular with our students. They usually take place in the summer, but not always. There are some opportunities that happen during the long semesters as well. The great thing about this is that you are studying with 1 or perhaps 2 Texas Tech professors, and it's a cohort of usually just Texas Tech students. Now, we recognize that you may be interested in a different kind of opportunity. Perhaps the professors that you are closest to are not offering courses that you're interested in during an international study abroad experience. Maybe you've already taken those courses and you'd like to kind of broaden your horizons. That's okay. We have opportunities through partnerships at colleges and universities all across the world that really help to broaden the type and number of these learn abroad programs. So through our international partnerships, we are able to increase the offering to our students by about 150 different programs. So it really does increase the scope of opportunities that you have available to you. Finally, we also offer programs through Texas Tech University campuses, which are overseas. We have 2 international campuses, one that is located in Sevilla, Spain, and another that is located in San Jose, Costa Rica. So for the purposes of this presentation, I'm just going to focus on our campus in Sevilla, Spain. In Sevilla, we offer programming all throughout the academic year, including during the long semesters as well as the summer. The center has been in operation for almost 20 years, so we have long-standing relationships and a long-standing presence in Sevilla, Spain. Sevilla is located in the southern part of Spain, part of that country. So for our semester programming, this is a great opportunity to take Spanish language courses. Many departments or majors on campus require a language or have a language requirement. And so for students who are interested in fulfilling that language requirement by taking Spanish, doing so at the TTU Center in Sevilla offers a great advantage in that it allows you to fulfill that language requirement in just one semester. So if you were to take the language requirement and take those classes during your time in Lubbock, it could take up to 4 semesters to fulfill that requirement. So doing so in Sevilla can be a big time saver for our students. It allows you to get that language requirement completed and come back to campus and focus on the other courses that are required for your major or your minor. In addition to Spanish language courses offered during the semesters, we also have an engineering program as well as an architecture program. And we also have a brand new pre-health program. So the pre-health program just started, and what it does is it allows students to take a medical Spanish course. They're also taking a biology course, and as an added bonus, they are completing medical shadowing hours with local doctors and nurses in a local hospital. So this is a great way for students who are interested in future careers in the healthcare field to really see the profession before they enter medical school and make sure that this is the right field for them, or perhaps select a specialization to focus on in medical school. During the summer, we have a whole host of different types of courses that are available, and these are all taught by Texas Tech professors. So all of the previously mentioned academic areas that are offered during the semester are available during the summer, but we also are able to offer courses in agriculture, sociology, history, honors courses, you name it, we've got it. A whole host of different opportunities available for our students. Another great advantage of the center in Sevilla is that it is fully staffed by Texas Tech employees. 2 of those employees include Dr. Sarah Pink, who is our resident director at the center, as well as Dr. Jonathan Dean, who is our assistant director. So in addition to our Learn Abroad opportunities, we also have other types of programs. One of those is research opportunities. So research can be a very valued experience for future employers, as well as graduate school or medical school, whatever your plans are post Texas Tech. I know that it can be kind of difficult to think about what you might want to do after you graduate from Texas Tech, but now is really the time to start planning, and having a study abroad experience on your resume or on your graduate school application can be very advantageous. Combining that with a research experience is something that will further set you apart and may give you that competitive advantage that you need. So what happens with our research opportunities overseas is that the study abroad office is able to connect you to ongoing research projects. So what will happen is that there will be students in advance of you who are working on a particular project. You'll come in and continue to work on the project for 3-4 months or a whole semester, and then students will come after you. So it's a great way to contribute to an ongoing research effort. And we have had students who have been able to publish their portion of the research as a follow-up to this kind of experience overseas. Another type of program that we offer is internships, international internships. So just like research, this is a really great way to add work experience to your resume. I know when I was a college student, I was very fortunate that I had the opportunity to study abroad twice, and I completed 2 international internships as part of those experiences. I put both of those internships on my resume, and it was always the first thing that I was asked about in interviews when I was trying to get that first job after college. So I know that it definitely caught employers' eyes in my case, and I think that you would find the same as well. So this is a really great way for you to add professional experience and start developing some of those skills that you will need in your future career. Very similar to the research opportunities and how those are organized, Texas Tech University is able to connect students to international internship placements. So we don't expect our students to be searching the job boards of their chosen study abroad location. We are able to make those connections on behalf of students who are interested in an international internship. And our final type of program is service learning, or serve abroad. So service learning is a great way to connect what you're learning in the classroom to a community setting. If you have been involved in service, perhaps through high school or through your local church or community organization, you can continue this type of service now that you're in college, and you can definitely do so in a international setting. So service can be a really great way to set yourself up for a program like the Peace Corps or AmeriCorps if you're interested in such an experience after graduation. One of the questions that we frequently get when we are talking about study abroad is, where can I study abroad? And let me tell you, the opportunities are vast. We have programs in about 50 or so different countries, and you can see them represented on the slide here. There truly is something for everybody. Now, if you hear that number, 50 different countries available, 300 programs available, you might be thinking, how on earth am I ever going to find the right program? And that's okay to have that feeling. That's where the Study Abroad office comes into play. So we are happy to meet with you and talk about your goals for study abroad, what your interests are, and help you to select a program that really meets your needs. It's never too early to begin planning for study abroad. We always recommend planning at least a year in advance, but you can definitely think further in advance if you choose, and we definitely recommend that you do so. The earlier you start planning, the more options that you have available to you, which just really gives you more opportunities to consider. Now, your academic advisors are helpful when it comes to this planning process. Your academic advisors can help you to select a time when it is a good time for you to be away from campus. So we know that certain majors have maybe certain classes that you need to take on campus, and those classes may be offered only during certain semesters. So your academic advisors will be able to identify terms that you really need to be on campus to take those classes, and then also select time when it would be okay and you may have a little bit more flexibility. So that's where your academic advisor comes into play with the study abroad planning process. As part of your orientation before you even arrive on campus, you will have an academic advising appointment, and this is your first chance to talk with your academic advisor. If you already know that study abroad is something that you want to include in your time as a Red Raider, or if you're even just thinking about this opportunity and want to make sure that you continue to think about it as you come to campus, make sure to mention study abroad in your very first academic advising appointment. It's not too early to even start thinking about it now. We do have a certain set of eligibility requirements. So in order to study abroad, you need to be at least 18 years of age or older. Students must have completed some time on campus before studying abroad. And really the purpose for this is that we want you to understand what it means to be a Red Raider in the United States and in Lubbock before we send you overseas. So if you are entering Texas Tech as a brand new student, we ask that you complete 1 year on campus prior to studying abroad. So if you are entering as a brand new student for the fall of 2020, the first opportunity that you would have to study abroad would be the summer of 2021. It is a slightly different requirement for our transfer students. So if you are entering Texas Tech as a transfer student, we ask that you spend just 1 semester on campus. So if you're entering Texas Tech as a transfer student for the fall of 2020, We ask that you spend 1 semester on campus. The first opportunity that you would have to go abroad would be spring of 2021. You must have a 2.5 GPA or higher in order to participate in study abroad. The Rawls College of Business does ask for a slightly higher GPA of a 2.75. And finally, you must be in good disciplinary standing with Texas Tech in order to study abroad. How much does it cost? So we know that many of you may be thinking about cost and how to plan financially for a study abroad experience. One of the biggest perceived barriers for many of our students on campus when they think about study abroad is that they think it is too expensive. But I'm here to tell you that study abroad does not cost as much as you think. We actually have some programs that are less expensive than studying in Lubbock. So if cost is something that you need or want to take into consideration when it comes time for you to plan for an international experience, we are here to help you. So not only are we able to talk with you about your goals for study abroad, what you're hoping to obtain from this experience, we can also ask you what your budget is and help you to find a program that meets your budgetary needs as well. Our website is studyabroad.ttu.edu. On that particular website, you can do a program search, and all of our programs feature a budget, which is basically an estimated expense for the cost of that particular program. So that's a really great resource that I ask that you review, so that way you have a better understanding of the cost of this experience. But like I mentioned, there are some programs that are less expensive than being on campus, and we're happy to direct you to those as well. When it comes to actually paying for the study abroad experience, there's a number of different ways that you can do that. First of all, if you receive federal financial aid to be a student on campus, 97% of that aid is able to travel abroad with you. So that can be very helpful when it comes to paying the bill. There are a number of scholarships that are available to you. Like I previously mentioned, we have over $350,000 of scholarships that are awarded every year, and that is just scholarships that comes from the study abroad office. There are other departments and colleges on campus that offer scholarships for study abroad, and those are certainly available to you as well. We also have a full listing of scholarships on our website. It's called our Easy Guide to Study Abroad Scholarships. So all of these opportunities that I previously described are listed on there, and it does also include scholarships that are specific to your program, as well as nationwide scholarships relevant to study abroad. So that is a really great resource for you. Health and safety is of top priority to Texas Tech University. That is inclusive of your time on campus, but also when you are overseas. So as the director of the office here on campus, this is of utmost concern to me, and it's what I spend a lot of my day thinking about. And I want to make sure that our students are staying healthy and safe when they are overseas. So on the slide here, you see a number of different actions that we take to help keep you safe and help keep you healthy when you are participating in the study abroad program. But we also recognize that this is a two-way street. So students need to be active participants in the decisions that they make as part of their study abroad experience. And we provide information, travel briefings, orientations, and things like that to ensure that students have the information necessary to continue to make informed decisions as part of their program to keep themselves safe as well. So why are we even talking about this? Why is study abroad something that you should consider as part of your time as a Red Raider? So on the next couple of slides, we have some of the top 5 reasons that we feel it is important for you to include this in your time on campus. So the first one is that study abroad allows you to see and experience the world while earning academic credit. This one seems like kind of a no-brainer, and you might think that this is perhaps just simply the definition of study abroad. But what I challenge you to think about is to try to select another time in your life when you will be able to very easily pick up your life and move to a different country for, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. After you graduate, it's likely that you will get a job, you will perhaps go to graduate school, you might start a family, buy a home, things like that. And sometimes some of those future experiences may prohibit your ability to easily travel and see the world, especially for an extended period of time. So college is oftentimes the best time for many folks to be able to do this, and to do this with a little bit more flexibility and ease. So we say this just to make sure that you don't pass up this opportunity now. We also find that students are able to really deepen their commitment to their education and learning through study abroad. So during your study abroad experience, you will be challenged to look at different topics, whether they be related to your academic major or not, but look at them through a different lens. And what oftentimes happens for students is that this sparks new interest, and it may lead you to perhaps add a double major. You might pick up a new minor, or add a new concentration to your studies at Texas Tech. And that can all be as a result of your study abroad experience. Also, as I previously mentioned, study abroad can be a really great way to enhance your resume. So study abroad is something that we definitely encourage you to put on your resume, because like me, you may also experience the competitive advantage when it comes to getting that first job or getting into graduate school after you graduate from Texas Tech. Although you'll hear a lot about study abroad at Texas Tech, it is actually not a very common thing when you look nationwide. So nationwide, only about 1 in 10 college students will choose to study abroad during their time in college. So by participating in this kind of opportunity, you will be able to feel the benefits of giving you that edge that you may need with whatever your goals are post-Texas Tech. Study abroad can also be a really great time to improve or develop skills, things like problem solving, adaptability, resilience, and intercultural humility. These are skills that future employers will want and expect out of you, but are also good skills just for life in general. And then finally, study abroad can really be a great time to grow in self-awareness. So like I was mentioning previously, study abroad is going to challenge you to look at things in new and different ways. And we find that our students come back and say that they feel that they have been personally, professionally, and academically changed because of their study abroad experience. And so that is an advantage that you will experience as well. We invite you to connect with us. So if you do have any questions, follow-up questions, concerns, or if you want to schedule your first advising appointment for study abroad, we welcome you to do so. Our website is studyabroad.ttu.edu. This website has a wealth of resources and information available to you, so please spend some time poking around on that website. You can learn a little bit more about the study abroad process at Texas Tech, but that is also where all of our programs are featured, so you can see what opportunities are available to you. We also encourage you to follow us on social media. So this is a great way to stay up to date on our application due dates, scholarships that you may be eligible for, but we also use our social media to highlight Red Raiders who are participating in study abroad. So if you want to hear more about study abroad, but from a student perspective, following us on our social media is a great way to do that. Thank you very much for your attention today, and for your interest in study abroad. I hope that you found this session helpful. Like I said, if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We certainly appreciate it. Thank you.